In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to output numeric or integer data and also how to output the result of a calculation involving integers. So to begin with, we're going to use the print command again. However, I'm going to put a little comment above this just so as a coder I know what the line of code below does. And you should always use comments in order to do that, and we use a hashtag to indicate that a particular line of information is a comment and not actual code. Alright, so that the programmer knows what to do with that code. So we write beneath is an output of integers data. Integer data. Integers being numbers. Okay. And what I simply am going to do, I'm going to just print 4. So run, and you can see the number 4. So if you want to do that, it will just output a number. You don't need speech marks. However, if you did put speech marks around it, you'd still see 4, or the character for number 4, but that wouldn't actually do anything because it's not actually an integer now. It wouldn't be worth anything mathematically. And if I did that times 8, so 4 times 8, okay, that would be 32 because it's 16 times 2, obviously 4 times 8. If I ran that now, what I get is 8 lots of the number 4. However, if I got rid of those speech marks there, I would actually have 32. So treating something as an integer gives it mathematical value. Treating it as a string just means that we'll get that string repeated 8 times over because they have no mathematical value. I hope that makes sense so far. So, as you've noticed, you can actually output a result of 2 integers. So 4 multiplied by 8, 32. A simpler one, let's put 2 plus 2 4. 2 plus 2 minus 1. Okay. 3. Quick mathematics for you there, folks. No pun intended. So you can see you can build up quite complicated mathematical formulae. 32 minus 4 times 4. Okay, bit of BIDMAS for you. We've got 16. Obviously, if we didn't have the brackets there, we'd have 32 minus 4, which would be 28 minus 4, which would be, I know, oh, it's done it for me. Python's that clever. If you're using a spreadsheet, it does require BIDMAS, but always try and use it. Okay, so print, I don't know, 2 to the power of 2, so 2 squared, which is 4. 8 times 8, 64, so 8 squared. You can have 8 cubed. So you see we're using 2 asterisks. Right, so you now know you can output mathematical formulae. What I'm going to show you how to do now is to make sense of those. So if I use a string and I write in the string 6x for, you know, how we use times or the multiply symbol in our standard maths, 6 multiplied by 6 equals, that is a string, right? That's just text, that's characters. Even though it's got numbers, they're still characters in the same way the x and the equal sign are. However, if we put a comma after it, like we did with the strings in the previous video, and we write 6 multiplied by 6, we now have the 6 times 6 equals bit here, and then we have 36, which is from the result of these two. So it's displaying the result of these two, but before that it's also displaying a string of textual and numeric characters to explain what the 36 actually is to do with. Okay, so I'm going to leave you there with that. I'm going to give you some activities to work on now and play around with different ways of outputting numeric or what we call integer data.